Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks and to another of my, well, kind of open with me's, but they are my, ow, that hurt, that was a bit sharp, Crochet Society box, which fits in there so snugly. I have no idea how they get that in there. All I know is it scratched me to get it out. So this is my very last one. I only subscribed for 6 months. So this is the end of my 6-month subscription. So I have to decide if I want to continue with it or not. And I couldn't really have planned my last one any better than to be Christmas, could I really? I know there'll be one next month, but obviously it won't be in time for Christmas. So I think I've timed that really, really well. I'm kind of pleased with myself, really. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It'll be here somewhere. And the notification bell. And you'll be informed when there are new videos. And I'm sorry about my nails. They're rather long. I don't normally let them get this long. I usually chop them off before they get to this length. Or they break off at some point. So I really keep thinking of doing that. I'll get round to it. So here we go. Let's make it into the box and see what we've got. Right, so the tissue paper that it's always wrapped in is a lovely dark blue colour. And let's just, it's kind of, I'll just rip it open. There we go. So there we are. I can see some yellow yarn. And we've got wadding. So we've obviously got something to make for amigurumi if we want. We have a star. Wow, this is star stitch marker rings, so we can put stitch markers on, and we've got a little Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? So obviously we can put lots on here. Now I did have a bangle that was free in a magazine, and but this is a star, so you could actually hang that on your tree, couldn't you, and have all your stitch markers. My yarn room tree. Okay, what have we got here? Is this a I don't know, I thought it was a fridge magnet when I first saw it because it's rubber. But maybe it's an ornament. Perhaps we'll put that on the yarn room tree. That's an idea. I could hang all my stitch markers on it, couldn't I? And here we've got something to do with the amigurumi. It's probably eyes or something or other. Wow, we got a very sparkly crochet hook with snowflakes on it. Oh, no, isn't that rather snazzy? Lots of giveaway bits in it this time. Whoa. A big box. So I'm a bit worried about opening this. It's got a rubber lid. It's got a big rubber lid. What's that for, I wonder? I don't know. We'll look in the book. I imagine that to be a lid, but it's not a lid. It's a big insert, and it's all squishy. And it's not kind of leaping out at me what it is. Maybe you put things in like your hooks. Is it an organiser? We shall see. Time will tell. I think that's it as far as bits are concerned. So the yarn this time then, we've got some, I would say, what are these, 50-gram balls? I can find the stuff that tells you all about it. Yep. 50-gram balls, lovely and soft. Really, really, really soft this is. And 100% acrylic, softer than acrylic, I would say, like a premium acrylic. Really, really soft, lovely. And this is called Confection Dk. And we've got the yellow. We've got this, would you call it teal? Yeah, I reckon it's teal. Do we have a name? Let's have a look for a colour name. Oh, it's so soft, it's unreal. Raspberry sour. I wouldn't eat a raspberry that colour, would you? Definitely be sour. Raspberry sour? A raspberry sour is that colour. That's a confusing name. Well, it is to me. Maybe not to other people who are a bit more enlightened. I can't find the colour. I can't find it. Oh, let me just have a little squint. There we go. Candy corn. Well, yeah, I can get that one. And here we've got a lovely sort of silvery grey. I'll tell you a bit more about the yarn in a sec. Earl Grey. Gary likes it. Earl Grey. He drinks it. You know, tea. And this one looks a cream colour. Is it called cream or something a little more sophisticated than cream? You'll find you get used to my yarn's always upside down when I want to read it. Icing Sugar. Good name. Icing Sugar. So we've got 4 balls of yarn, and there's the... Oh, hang on, there is more. We've got a little Merry Christmas postcard. I thought it'd be a Christmas card, but it's a postcard. And the booklet. So let's get the booklet out. And we'll put the yarn in here all nice and safe. All 4 of them. And we can see them in the distance there. So, straight away, I can see some fingerless mittens. And let's have a little look. There's the welcome page. And what we got here? You've got a cat. Is that a cat? I would say it is. Christmas treat ornaments. The fingerless icicle mitts. Tea and chat, get to know Gillian, sorry. Oh my goodness, I need my glasses. Gillian Hewitt, I lost them down the back of the sideboard, guys. What's in your box? Delve into this month's goodies. Double the fun. More of your DK to get. And the history of crochet. So let's have a little look then. Gillian Hewitt, here she is. Sorry, didn't mean to call you Julian. There's a bit about her. And we've got Pierre the polar bear. It's a polar bear. Obviously, now I can see the resemblance to a polar bear. I'm going to skip the instructions so I don't get in any trouble with showing the pattern. Okay. Because I was asked not to show the pattern. So therefore, I'm not going to... I'll just skim across it from now on. So, what's in your box? Okay, this is where we find out. Hold on to your hooks. It is a hook sort of jammer-inner. That is a word. I've just invented it. Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea, is it? Just because some, don't always want them in a dish or something. And it is quite decorative. I quite like it, actually. Especially that I got it right. So... Someone asked me as well to do a review on the hooks, and now I've finished my subscription, and I do have some from magazines as well. I'll get them all together if I can find them. Most of them should be in the boxes, but the magazine ones might be harder to find, and I will review them. So here we go. Send your love. Use this unique postcard to send some festive love to your friends and family. The recommended price of that is £1.50, but I wouldn't pay that for it. Well, that's just my opinion. The patterns, if you need the patterns, they are the recommended price for these patterns is £12.50. So this divine decoration is this year's tree extra special with your new crochet decoration. I'll make this tree. Oh, I do need those glasses. I'm going to have to drag that sideboard out and get them. That's valued at £2.50. I'm hoping that's not another delivery for me if it's going to interrupt me. Hold on to your hooks is recommended price at $13.99. That's rather a lot, I would say, but accessories can stretch. And the hook and stitch marker valued at £7.50. So it's saying your month's goodies are worth over £40. So box costs around 20 roughly. I think you can get it for 19 now, but I think mine costs $19.99. So here we go, double the fun. So it is telling you how to get your hands on more yarn, which I think you buy from Bella Coco. So frosted icicle mittens. Now they're nice. I like them because they're not all holey. Now I was going to make a pair of lacy fingerless gloves for my channel because I have fingerless gloves done in a stitch I invented called the Crochet Rock stitch. And I've got DK ones and Aran weight ones on my channel. I don't have any that are made with thinner yarn or that are holey. And I was going to make some lacy ones to make match my lacy scarves, but I haven't got round to doing that yet. But I prefer things to be closed stitches, especially if it's things like gloves. So we'll move on and not show the pattern, but we will show the picture. There we go. That's the picture of them, what they look like. They're quite nice. I like those. Who designed them? Lisa Hooper. And you can find her Instagram should you want to find it there. But should we go back and see who designed the polar bear? Whoops, now I've lost my place. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, Gillian Hewitt. How can I forget? Right. Oh, look at that. Found my place. Really good. So, the history of crochet. Now, that is weird because I use that as a background, that picture. I kind of use it as a photo frame background. Not a real one, but one for my channel. So this gives you a bit of a lowdown on the origins, if they know them, for crochet, because straight away, unknown origins. So let's that goes on for a few pages. Even Queen Victoria had a pop. So we got Kylie Milletta, not to be confused with Minogue. And we've got a garland sort of thing. So that's that's the next kind of, I can't say tutorial, pattern, that's the word. And there's all the bits and bobs, the elements that go on that. And here we go, what it looks like dangling off of a couple of twigs. Or you can make a little biscuit cozy, how cute. And one for gingerbread. Wouldn't like stick around long enough in my house, the gingerbread to be put in there. So this is for, I guess, if you want to subscribe today. What does it say? Let's see. Because my subscription's up. I'm trying to find the price. Oh, here we go. It is now looming up on you like that. 14% off at $18.99 per box, including delivery. So that is already £2 per box cheaper than I got it for. I know a little while ago it was $19.99, but they've obviously reduced it to $18.99 for now, just so that, and if you want to participate in that, there's the number, and you can quote that number there, and you can subscribe should you want to. Now, I have to say, this, as I think we've got the guides at the back, the, you know, hook sizes, etc., always on the back. So that's my very last box. I've got stuffing if I want to make some amigurumi. I've got the yarns, which are absolutely beautifully soft and nice colours. One of the criticisms I will say that before I started doing my Crochet Society reviews, a lot of people would say to me, I don't like them. They're always pastel shades. They're always pink. They're always pretty. And, you know, I don't like it. I'd like to see different stuff. Well, there were different fibres in the boxes throughout my 6 months. We had one that had mohair, which I had to give away, as you know, because I couldn't use that myself. I'm allergic to it. So in some ways, the fact that it's predominantly acrylic actually suits me because I'm allergic to a lot of fibres. Now, if the wool content is low, I'm fine. If the wool content is high, then it irritates my hands. If it's mohair, it really does make them sore. So the fact that there's a lot of acrylic is not a bad thing for me. But I have to say, the colours, whoopsie, I'm getting upstaged by a big flat fluffy cloud. The colours have become more varied. And whether that is because Sarah Jane got wind of the fact that people were saying it wasn't, I mean, they've been saying it for a long time. I can remember watching Carrie Penny's reviews last year or maybe even longer. And a lot of the criticisms were pastel shades, pretty pinks. So whether that got back and things changed because of it, because we've had some really nice yarn. The mohair that I had to give away was beautiful yarn and beautiful colours and sparkly. It was completely up my street, but obviously not the fibre. so it had to go. But there's been lots of different types of yarn, lots of different variegated kind of offerings. There's been the baby King Cole, which I've got quite a lot of because, you know, I have it anyway in my stash. So there's been lots of different stuff. Yes, there's been some pastels, but as you can see, we've got bright colours. We've got this teal colour and some greys. So I don't think the criticism really stands now. Whether this 6 months, just a short snapshot, might change again, I don't know. But certainly I've found the yarns have been more varied. If there's an amigurumi, there was only once where I didn't get some fluff in my box. There's always lots of accessories. A lot of people say I'd rather not have the accessories. I'd rather just have cheaper yarn. But a lot of people do like the little knickknacks. So you will always get some people that do and some people that don't. Personally, I love them. Personally, I don't like the fact that you'd have expensive yarn when you can get the yarn cheaper, but I do like a few little bits and pieces that are cute. So I'm in two minds there, and I will use this, you know. Now I know that I've actually got it right, and it's to put your hooks in. That's going to sit on my yarn room side, and I will be using that. And you always get the bits and pieces that you need to make your project. So as far as Crochet Society goes, I have to say I've really liked it, and I didn't want to. You know, how can I put this? Because it's one of these things where that person who is renowned for Crochet Society. I know there are lots and lots of other designers involved, but it is really Bella Coco, isn't it? And the trouble when somebody becomes so big is that there is a tendency, especially in this country, to start tearing them down, knock them a little bit. So in a way, that little icky part of me wanted to say, what a waste of money this is. You know, I'll never subscribe to that again, and you're absolutely crazy for doing it. But I won't be saying that because I've actually really enjoyed my subscription. I think there's not been many months that I thought it's not really worth it. I won't say that every single month has been, you know, like this one. I think this is a knockout box. But there have been some that are, but not all of them. But then you can't get it right 100% of the time, can you? You can't please everybody all of the time, as the saying goes. So my overall experience has been good, and I would say that if you can afford to spare now $18.99 per month, it's not a bad little subscription box. It doesn't give you a lot of yarn. It gives you enough to make the projects. Obviously, if you wanted to make more than one, then you've got to go buy it or use equivalent yarn. It's a DK. It's fairly standard. You can match it up. You can buy cheaper if you wanted to. It's easy to do. And Poundland do all these colours virtually, apart from maybe this one. But you can add different colours in. You don't have to use those colours, do you? So you can, if you wanted to, get extra yarn yourself. But, you know, I think personally it's been a positive experience. I was really kind of geared up for it not being, and for being overpriced, far too pastel, all the things I'd heard. But, you know, I always like to say that, yes, I'll listen to other people and I watch other reviews, and I might agree with them at that certain point in time. But the only way that you can really make your own mind up is by participating in it in yourself and getting your hands on it and having a good feel of the yarn, seeing what you get, and all the bits and pieces, whether you use them. And I have to say, I've used them. I took the playing cards to hospital with me, and they whiled away a few very, very long, boring hours. In fact, I took some of the other bits and pieces with me, which I didn't use, but because I really had, for those of you who don't know, a cancer operation, and they got it all. But while I was there, I thought I'd take some crochet and some stuff to do, and I was a bit too ill to do any of it. But the cards I did use. I've used a fair few bits and pieces from the boxes so far. Not all of them, because a lot of them are still in the boxes. But now that I've reached the end, I'm going to unload all those boxes. I'm going to use these boxes. Don't forget, you've now got a pretty box for storage on your shelf as well. So I'm going to be doing that. I shall be putting things and storing them in my yarn room in a nice little box. You can also use them, you know, when you're wrapping up Christmas presents and you don't have a box. There's a handy box. So don't forget, you can still use the boxes too. So I think, all in all, it's been a positive experience. There's been a month here and there where I thought maybe not, but like the month where I had mohair was a completely irrelevant box to me, unfortunately. Beautiful yarn, and it meant I could do a giveaway, but for me it was a nonsense box because I couldn't use it. But there was a couple of others where I didn't feel like the yarn was worth the money, because I know that I've got that yarn really cheap down the road. But for the most part, I have to say, it's been a really good experience and I've enjoyed doing it. Whether I'll do it again or not, I don't know. I'll have to think about that, and I might try a new box, or I did try Knit Crate coming from the US. It was a little hit and miss, especially over the pandemic months. So I don't know. I don't know of any other UK-based boxes, but I'll probably have a look into it. And you never know, you might see me do this again at one point. So thank you so much for everyone who's watched and commented, and all the best to you. And if just watch this space, there'll be another one coming along shortly. Bye for now, everyone. Take care and stay safe.